I think that his involvement with YCC helped him to be able to have a disciplined behavior with just the program in general, committing to it, and then also his knowledge base of media and his involvement has expanded. He has worked with our church in their media team. And so I think it has some practical application right away. So it was really good that he was able to not just plug in there, but then take that knowledge and use it outside of the program in the community. The benefits of the program are so great, and again, practical, where you can actually take this information and use it beyond just getting the information and keeping it to yourself. Media, first of all, is not going anywhere. Media is around, it's going to be here, and in order for us to be able to serve ourselves, because we are in an underserved community and group of people, that we have to have people who are, whether they're behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, we've got to have people who are going to kind of question the norms and make sure that there's representation for us that's there. And so I think that regardless of where he goes, what direction he takes, the benefits of doing a program like this and him just being exposed to media and journalism and what that is and what that represents, him being knowledgeable, him being interested in it, is going to only benefit us. He's like the next generation of people coming up.
I would definitely say that my idea of, or my wanting to expand has increased, because I've seen it now and I've learned about it. So now it's time to act on what I know. That's what I do. So if I take what I've learned in our class, which is tons of stuff that we've done, if I take that and I apply it into my real life now, then I'm starting to feed that hunger, and then you increase your saturation. You want more and more and more and more. So I feel like the more that I partake, the more that I'm gonna want in programs. So yeah. I decided to join the media team at my church because, we were in need of participants and I was fresh out of the class. So I was just like, that's God working. That's perfect opportunity right there. So I instantly accepted the offer, and now I help with videography, I help with scripting, I help with going in and I do like lead prayers and stuff like that. Now because I'm able to, because of YCC, I would say, I'm able to take what I know and then use those outside ideas and those other things that we can see in media or in news outlets that we see, but we don't really know how to apply them into different things. But now that I've taken the class, I'm able to apply them and use them in things like my church media group. So I was stuck between two when I was deciding what to say for this. Learning about redlining, because that was really big for me, to learn how it's not just, it's over there. It's really in where we are. So you can't just get away from it by going somewhere else. It's everywhere. So you have to be able to acknowledge the things that we see and the injustice that we see and bring it to the public eye, because some of the things that we see even here aren't brought to the public eye. So just being able to talk about redlining and learn more about that was one of the big things. Then the second big thing was actually talking to newscasters such as Susan Samples and Miss Miranda, and talking to them and learning how they have actually applied and learning from people who are experienced in the field. That was also big for me, because you get to learn how, you get to actually see that there are people too. They're not just like, some higher beings, or they see themselves as better than everyone else because they're seen a lot and they're the ones talking, right? You get to see that they're actually involved in their communities and that they're active around with youth and with minorities and people like that. So you can apply what they've taught you or what we learned from being even in a Zoom with them, which was a quick, hour and a half, 2 hour Zoom with them. And then you can learn so much from talking about their experiences and asking them questions and seeing how they respond. So I would say that those were the two biggest things for me.